All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thursday Throwdown. My name is Dr. Fish. I am your op for this evening, and alongside me, I have two wonderful casters. We have Heat Shock and Ufric. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello, hello. Good to be here again. I had last week off, but excited to be a part of it.
Hello, the boys are back in town.
Yeah,
Heat Shock
right.
and Ufric.
Yeah,
For
watch you,
sure.
good old watch you Thursday night casting.
Always, always.
Yeah, so we have a good hero match for us tonight. We have KSW from APM Yang, and we have the Big Ted from Korak City. So, gentlemen, why don't you go ahead and run through the classes while I get the players all set up to go?
Yeah, from Ted we have Druid Hunter, Shaman Warlock, and from KSW we have Druid Rogue Shaman Warlock. So the difference being Hunter for Ted and Rogue, the recently nerfed class for KSW. What do you think we're going to see here, Ufric?
So I think we definitely won't see any ramp druids. I don't see a whole lot of purpose to that here. I think the only major points of contention are what are these shamans going to be? No shaman is really favoring well against the whole lineup. Quest obviously gets ran over by Warlock. Maybe an elemental could be good if you plan on going against Druid, but there's just a whole lot of variance there, and it kind of depends on the bands. I'm also very interested in KSW still bringing Rogue. The question is, will he bring Weapon Rogue and leave up the Warlock, or Thief Rogue and look to punish the Hunter? I'm not sure.
Yeah, good questions. I think the Hunter versus Warlock bans are going to be interesting.
Yeah, so
And we have bans
we
actually.
have bans, yeah.
We do have
so KSW has banned the Hunter, and
Oh,
Ted has banned Warlock.
Wow, so I think Ted got the better end of that because I think KSW banned the Hunter trying to get a Warlock sweep, right? Because the Warlock it's very, very hard to beat that deck right now, especially with any tools that like Shaman or Druid might have. So then by banning the Hunter, he says, okay, I'm going to protect my Warlock and I'm going to sweep with that. But now with Ted taking away the Warlock himself, it's looking kind of unfortunate for KSW in that regard. But we could see a Bolnar Shaman maybe. Bolnar Shaman doesn't mind seeing Warlock as much as it can freeze him a little better than Quest Shaman can, and it has a little more guaranteed lethality. We could see a Weapon Rogue. Weapon Rogue loves banning Face Hunter because, again, it has that kind of solitaire game plan against Shaman and Warlock that they don't really enjoy dealing with.
Definitely.
So we'll have to see what happens. And we could even see a slow Druid with the Hunter ban because it also enjoys not having to deal with a turn one Trog. That tends to be really a point of difficulty.
Yeah.
And then Ted banning the Warlock kind of indicates maybe a Quest Shaman for me and a more aggressive Druid. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna tell the players that they can start. So for those watching, first to spectate is going to be the Big Ted, and second to spectate will be KSW. Both players have graciously agreed to play on camps tonight, so you get to see their reactions throughout the match.
So before we get in here, I just wanted to make one bold prediction. We're going to see a Doomhammer.
That's a bold prediction. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
No. I think if you have a Shaman and you're saying, I'm leaving up Warlock, you're going to have a Doomhammer. We're going to see two weapons.
I think that
Weapon Rogue.
I think I agree with the Weapon Rogue. I think KSW is going to have Bolnar, but we'll see what happens. I'll tell you. I'll put a pack on the line.
I will raise that to 2 packs.
2 packs? Okay. 2 packs.
Let's go.
We have betting. This just became a gambling stream.
Yeah.
I have to add. Oh, no, all right, both players added. Nice.
There's a lot on the line here. We'll see what ends up happening as we go into the game.
All right, as we get the spectates going here, it looks like Big Ted has Quest Shaman.
A Shaman Mirror to start things off. Both Quest Shamans, so we were both wrong.
Quest Shamans.
Neither of us.
No, there could still be a Doomhammer.
No, you're right. There still could be a Doomhammer.
In my
less
world,
likely
that's
to
core.
It is an overload card. It is an overload card.
We have very similar opening hands here, partly because there's a quest in both of them. That's how that works. We also see both Novice Zappers. That seems like it wouldn't be a keep. What would you really want to see here, Heat Shock? Do you want to keep the multicaster?
I kind of like keeping the Perpetual Flame. You may call me crazy, but I think that things tend to have 2 or 3 health in the Shaman Mirror. And outside of multicaster, it's probably going to clear most of the early game boards. And denying that early chip damage is a really good way to make sure that you don't get blown up as soon as the quest is complete.
I'll have to agree.
He keeps Perpetual and Multicaster, which I think makes sense because they do have some synergy there. Multicaster gets a lot better when you play any fire spells.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. The thing I don't agree with is Big Ted. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did he keep Novice Zapper and Lightning Bolt? Or is that just my spectate freaking out? That seems like not
It's
something that you
possible we
normally want to
missed
see.
the mulligan because if he did it before
Yeah, if
we
he
came in,
did it quickly, it would definitely surprise me to keep Novice Zapper and Lightning
I
Bolt. But
I think keeping Novice Zapper is just downright silly. But
we do see it just get played. That's probably fine here. This would be
yeah,
pretty unfortunate if KSW were to have the coin Serpent Shrine, but alas, there is no coin Serpent Shrine. So we're just going to see the wind chill come down. Sort of
I think
just,
this is almost as good anyway.
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
getting
this
the draw.
multicaster is going to be quite powerful.
So what do you like
Ooh.
more, a card from deck or a random card?
I like cards from my deck more than random cards, but the Phoenix is kind of interesting in its own right.
Really?
Yeah, you can't play it now, but the idea being that it enables you to more effectively kill over the top later. I think this is kind of a tempo matchup, so I don't know that it's going to matter. But if you think this matchup is more of a combo matchup, then the Phoenix makes a bit of sense to me.
This is definitely a weird matchup, right? There are a lot of different ways it can go. You can sometimes see early, lightning blooms and feral spirits sort of run away with the board and then just get burned over the top. Some matchups do become charge calls, throwing back and forth. Who's getting a Dark Moon Rabbit? Who's getting Colossi? Stuff like that. So I think there are a myriad of ways this could play out. We did see the Thanos come down, so
I
KSW
think
is looking to get through the deck.
it ended up working out very well with this Perpetual Flame. Ted's going to feel kind of like out of options in a few turns here without a draw pickup. Steward of Scrolls is a really good spell damage minion because it is value, but still, I think that KSW is going to have all the value in the world here.
Yes, we would need to see maybe Big Ted's multicaster coming down in the next couple turns, being drawn.
Mhm.
Wind chills could also help with that. There is Brucon.
That's a weird choice to me. I don't.
Brucon is in the deck.
I feel like that's a bit too slow for Quest Shaman.
It's popped up. I was actually gonna ask about how you think Brucon is, how like in a Quest Shaman mirror how Brucon could affect it. But
I think it's entirely too slow to be relevant.
I think because it's closed list, it's surprisingly good. Like obviously if you
there. Can I ask that real quick? Why wouldn't it?
Well, because Coin has the spell school Coin on it, which gives you an extra multi. No, I have no clue. I thought about that earlier today. I was like, what if they added a Coin spell school? I'm not sure.
We got a 3-2, but I just don't know that we needed to start the turn with a coin.
Well, KSW predicted it, so
right.
Really,
he set himself up for success, right? That's the important thing.
Absolutely, I do like those cards, partly because one of those cards we run in the deck. So anyways, back to the Brucon. I think because if you know there's a Brucon, you can say, okay, I'm just gonna OTK with spell damage, right? But KSW is not gonna expect a Brucon, so KSW might, chip away with some Serpent Shrines and maybe throw some Lightning Bolts and not look to OTK, and all of a sudden Brucon heals for like 20 over the course of the game, and they go pound for pound in value, and Brucon might be able to eke out a win. Also, Big Ted's Brucon is golden, so
that's true. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah,
you got to give him that. It's pretty cool. I do think the heal 11 is pretty relevant. Potentially the most relevant thing Brucon can do. Mm-hmm. Like it feels kind of bad when your opponent is playing for board because it doesn't really answer the board. For 8 mana, its board impact is not tremendous.
Speaking of not tremendous board impacts, this hand from Big Ted. We still have some time before Brucon can come down and be effective, but until then, we're just taking chip damage. Do see Wind Chill.
Wind Chill is the best option.
And a Lightning Bloom.
You can play Brucon next turn. That's probably the play.
Probably. Well, it doesn't actually do much.
Uh-huh.
Neat interaction. If you play Brucon and you use and you have spell damage on the board, his little deal damage stuff is increased by 1 only when it is being played as the hero. Like,
what?
Afterwards, it doesn't. But because I believe that those things are considered cards, potentially, when you pick the initial 2, they have spell damage.
That's wild.
Yeah, Itachi figured this out. Itachi had this happen to him because he did it as the shaman in a match earlier this season. So
it actually makes it so much better here because it can clear feral spirits.
Yes,
yeah, it clears
amazing.
spirits.
We'll
it clears.
Big Ted
It's the
knows the tech.
Yeah, we'll see. It's something that you would probably have to do once before by accident to figure out actually.
Yeah.
Yes, that is incredible. Oh, we do see some of the burn thrown away.
I hate using this lightning bolt right
gone.
now.
Yeah, I also don't like it. I'm gonna let you guys.
That is
just go
both
ahead.
lightning bolts gone. Do we see the
I think
spell
we're seeing
damage
I think the perpetual flame pickup makes this a little easier.
Oh no! We wanted to display the Brucon tech for the people.
Feels kind of bad about trading that overdraft now.
Who even cares about clearing the board when you can play Brucon? Come on, he's gold.
Or not playing the charged call?
Charge call for 7, you would what? Lightning Bloom up to 8. Doesn't feel great, but
I just wanted to get something on the board because we have nothing happening next turn.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to like spend. I feel like I don't want to float 4 mana when I have 3 mana next turn on turn 8. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say it still seems like Big Ted is in a very bad position.
It's actually kind of alright because we've seen the burn is the thing. We've seen the burn. So unless we get more here, KSW is going to have to win with the board, which he can do. There's a charged call. But it's not like he's got all that much pressure right now.
Alternatively, please look at the difference in the 2 players' decks. KSW just has so many more resources and
that's really good.
And Ted has not been able to get through.
Imagine if we played that last turn. How would KSW have killed it? Oh man.
What if? Yeah. What
you
if
have to You have to play devolving missiles here. Maybe play the lightning bolt first. Okay.
Doesn't even matter.
It's fine. Yeah. I was gonna say play the lightning bolt and then bloom this charged call. We can still do that. It's pretty good.
I think we're going for the feral spirit.
All right. Sure.
I think because quest comes down.
We can play the quest reward next turn and then double charge call after that. So I guess it's pretty good.
Sure, I'm worried about it being a little passive. If KSW has a very explosive turn here, then he can delay the quest, or at least do a ton of damage to punish Big Ted from playing the quest. I worry because we've only given ourselves 5 mana, and KSW knows this. Lightning Blooms are gone.
I think the out here is an overdraft off the top, and that would enable Brucon and the double charge call.
Ah, true. There are 2 overdrafts still floating around in deck. They have been shuffled around with the trades.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the best line to develop as much pressure as possible from KSW?
Guidance or just Zapper. You probably just play the 5/5 here, right? I think you want to play the 5/5.
Why did we play that so quickly?
Or 7/7. Yeah, I mean the 5 drop. The 7/7 5 drop is probably the best thing we can do. Well, the overdraft gets to be a ton of damage after quest completion is the thing.
Wait, I'm sorry. Am I crazy? Like, why did we overdraft before the feral spirit?
No,
Okay.
it didn't make any sense. Right.
Okay. Had to make sure I'm not crazy. So,
if we're not,
Big Ted was trying to hold on.
That was probably the second best top deck because you're not dead here, right? there's only 4 damage unless something happens from this created by. Canal
Yeah, I think you just go for
6, so that he only needs 3 more with Serpent Trident. Yeah, so it is lethal, right? I think it's like it's lethal here.
Yes, right, because there's Zapper, yes. GG's to KSW.
Well-
I think Mulligan was just absolutely... Well, wait, what?
Wait, we didn't play the spell damage.
That is
Yeah,
quite
it matters.
unfortunate.
He's a 1 now.
I mean it.
There's a lot.
Well, I mean, can Big Ted make a recovery? Is the
Well,
question
we were
now.
just talking about how Brucon heals you for 12. If he gets some
Well,
big spin chops here.
I was more saying 20-ish over the course of a few turns. I think we needed to just go for guidance into Tidal Wave. But I mean, I guess if we're clearing the board, then it doesn't.
I think
This
you
is a
know he
lot of
doesn't have
overload.
burn here, right?
I guess. I mean, I'm still worried. Isn't there one more Servant Shrine? There is.
I mean, he can absolutely
We went
die.
for that. We went for that one instead of the lightning.
We can't play. We want to heal with Brucon next turn, so we can't play Lightning Storm here.
I guess. I mean, you kind of just have to hope the Serpent Shrine isn't coming down anytime soon, anyways. Right?
We're playing Devolving, right?
We're not. Oh, goodness.
Oh boy. We really should have played the Devolving. I think that was totally worth the Devolving Missiles.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
'Cause-
else we're
okay.
devolving. Oh, top deck Serpent Shrine. Nothing.
Never mind.
Nothing really matters.
Never punish. It probably found 1 point of damage. You're right.
Well, maybe not that turn, right? Because there's only 5 mana in total.
Maybe, yeah.
So
I mean, there's a Lightning Bloom, so that's another 4 mana.
True. Yes, you are correct. So I think that came down to KSW having an amazing, opening hand post Mulligan versus
Yeah,
Big Ted.
I think we're gonna assume that Big Ted actually did Mulligan, right? Because
Yes, because that was
that was probably a throw if he kept Zap or Lightning Bolt in the opening hand.
yes. So we'll go ahead and assume that Big Ted took a very quick Mulligan and had things worked out.
This is a good matchup though. I think Warlock is in a great sweep position, and just taking down the Shaman is great as well.
How surprised are you gonna be whenever both
There's a
Doomhammers were bottom
Yeah.
6?
Yeah, we just never saw it, right? It
Yeah,
was
we just
really
never saw
Doomhammer
it.
the
Or
whole
the
time.
weapon buffs. Literally, bottom 6 was Stormstrike, Earthen Weapon, and Doomhammers. It's insane. It's insane. That's like a 1 in a million. Did Big Ted complete Mulligan? I think I might need to reboot.
Yeah, he did. He threw 2 cards, and there's just a Demon Seed. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if things freaked out. Rebooted anyways, because the Hearthstone client is not always stable for spectators, unfortunately.
I have a question for you guys. What do you like to keep in the Warlock Mulligan?
Against a Shaman?
Like just in general, if you're going first, what do you actually want to keep?
I want a Backfire.
I think you're
Actually,
looking, I think you're looking for like Tour Guides, Backfire, potentially.
I actually don't
maybe
like
Null.
Backfire,
It all depends kind of on the matchup. Like Soul Rend can be a great keep, obviously, into aggressive decks.
I'll say I don't
But-
actually like Tour Guide going first.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
Since you're down a card, I want a better card.
Like,
Right.
I guess.
It's an interesting argument, right? Because it feels like all the cards are so bad early against like a slower deck. Like you don't want any of them. You don't really want Soul Rend. It's fine, but you don't want it.
No, you don't want it, but it gets aggro. Of course, you want it.
Why
But...
did I wanted to shoot that guy? Can we talk about that?
Sounds violent.
I guess.
It's my input.
I guess.
He's thinking an Atheron Null, right? It becomes better to save
Yeah,
a card in your hand.
I think so.
But I really wanted to either I wanted to Soul Rend if there's like a Bloom development from
Mhm.
Shaman, and I wanted to yeah, I wanted to not take a bunch of damage from like Serpent Shrine. I think this matchup can get a little spooky if you allow them to hit you too much early.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be at like 10 against Shaman.
No.
I think Big Ted was correct because we just see the tap 2-mana null here versus just having a 2/1, right?
It's very good assuming that they don't do anything crazy, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they have like a big Soul Rend turn, or even if they Soul Rend turn your face, you're a little upset. But the 3 versus the spell damage is a big break point.
KSW continues to multicaster. What a great card.
Yeah,
2 draws?
it's not as good this time, but it's still good.
I think we can just see a tap full-blown evil. Seems reasonable to me.
Ooh, Tammy next turn.
Tim Tam.
I would not play that in this matchup.
I would not play that when you have 10 cards in hand.
No,
to
I
make an
wouldn't.
extra.
I just wouldn't even play it in this matchup because I think that like you want the life tap hero power because this is a matchup where you want to kill them with giants as quick as possible.
Mhm.
Because
You're right.
if you give them too much time, they'll like burn you down and stuff. And you like completing your quest too. Like you don't really need the 3/3s, especially against a perpetual flame deck.
Mhm.
It doesn't really help.
Yeah, you're right. I can
Is
see.
KSW debating playing Novice Zapper here? I think that would be kind of
I
odd.
might actually. I don't mind. I don't mind playing Tamsin for the clear if we want the clear.
I would rather
Right,
play.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think we need to.
I would rather play Soul Rend too most of the
Yes, I agree.
And I really want to play Soul Rend if there's 3 minions, because that's just the right amount of thinning of the deck
Mhm.
time. Mm-hmm.
that it seems very good.
You kind of want your cards because your cards allow you to like put pressure on and make the shaman do things that aren't what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like burning my whole deck, but I thinning a little bit for the 10 and less stuff is pretty helpful.
Just a little bit of thinning as a treat.
Yeah, just a little thinning. Like a gentle diet, you know.
Ooh, nice top deck.
Like a cleanse. Not the
We didn't want to tap. Okay, we threw away a mana there.
Did that matter?
We could have played double 2/1s.
Yes, that did matter. I mean,
I
I
feel
also
like
just wanted to just rip the full-blown evil and just use the null to trade off the remaining minion.
No, I like saving my full-blown evil in this matchup for when they try to play taunts in front of your big minions. They try to do that. They don't have enough freeze to consistently freeze. And they try to put like some taunts in front of your minions at some point, and then you can clear the taunts.
Fair enough. And full-blown evil will be good here. So we do see the unstable Shadow Bolt, which implies that there's no Cult Neophyte in this deck. It makes this matchup worse, but we'll see if it comes down to that. Touch of the Nathrazim. Oh, we're taking 4. Just immediately ready to take 4. Looking to do the Localar, from the looks of it.
We can play Giant here. We can play Giant. That's pretty good.
I was incorrect.
I want to touch the 1/1.
Want to play the Localar. I would have very much so liked to play the Localar. That seemed very good. We saw 2 freezes come out, so it seems difficult for Shaman to deal with. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like pointless now, right?
Mm-hmm.
To have like I don't think we're going back down to below 15 this game.
No.
Unless we're dying.
No, and at that
it seems
point,
pretty unlikely.
Waiting for the Localar to kill them next turn does not seem optimal. Also, we have not placed our minions ideally.
No, this was not good because if you get to hit for 16, you've probably killed them no matter what other minion you hit with the Wind Fury. That's kind of an idea, right?
Mm-hmm. And I guess this is saying they want to freeze. Actually, no, this could be the most correct because they
want to freeze the giant.
Yeah, if KSW has a Wind Chill, then they'll freeze an 8 attack minion, and then no matter what, you can also attack with the 5 attack minion. So actually, this is incredible, incredible play by Big Ted.
All right, I think this is okay. I was gonna say this is a perpetual flame turn.
Uh-oh.
No, he's got it.
Okay, I mean, we can
he's
play
got
2.
no mana, but he got the perpetual flames.
We can play 2, but it's just unfortunate that we immediately saw that perpetual flame go into the Anatheron.
think he's actually fully overloaded.
But
Next
imagine
turn.
if there was, yes, imagine if there was a Cult Neophyte right there.
Oh, that's an amazing draw. Holy cow.
Localar coming down, along with some giants.
Oh, wait. Oh, we played it in the wrong order.
Uh-oh.
We can shoot it. We can just play this. Okay. Never mind. I was going to say we could just play the 2-1. The frustrating thing is this didn't actually set up the lethal anymore.
I think we played just a little too quickly there. But,
yeah.
Can we do the tour guide tap? I think I like that. Then we can heal by shooting our tour guide.
I think we're still going to shoot the tour guide.
I mean, I think we'll do that.
I don't really want to be at 12. That's too low.
It's a little too low. Big Ted is wondering if he once again wasted a mana.
He did not.
The answer is unfortunately.
Oh, he might have, but it still works out.
I mean,
So, I mean, KSW could be at 1 here, right? If he'd played the 5-4 last turn. And there wasn't anything he could do about it.
Yeah.
And if he's at 1, then you can tap Tamsin Backfire and kill.
Wait. No, Torrent wasn't active.
Torrent, yeah, you're right. Torrent was full price because he skipped last turn.
But I will say, I mean, this obviously is dire for KSW no matter what, but not getting the 5-4 down meant that we could not just tap Tamsin Backfire, as I just said.
Yeah, it would have been a lethal setup.
Yes, no matter what. From hand. From hand.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if that comes up here.
He just picked a 6-mana card from his Fireheart, so I think we're
ambitious.
Giving up.
There was only 6 cost cards in that last one though.
Oh, was there? That's like super rare.
It was Carvings, Toys, and Glaciate.
You know what the answer is? For Shaman to run Snowball Fight. I love that card. Every time I see it.
It actually got played against me last time I played this matchup, and it felt really bad. Like it didn't seem good. But
really?
Because it killed one of the minions. All have different health, so it killed one of the small minions right away.
Yeah, but the coolest thing is when your opponent has 2 big minions and it's like an assassinate plus a freeze.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And plus, you get to watch the snowball just bounce back and forth between like 2 giants. It's very satisfying.
Yeah. Well, we talked about how good Warlock is for Ted.
And we talked about how good Warlock is for shamans that unfortunately don't draw their Doom Hammers. It's weird how that happened.
Oh, it's a weapon rogue though. We were both right on this, right?
Yeah, I mean,
weapon rogue.
Yeah, I mean, I had the bold prediction that there would be 2 weapon decks, but in Last Hero Standing, 2 weapon decks would be pretty unreasonable, to say the least. Weapon Rogue here, probably going to be a bad time for Warlock. The mana nerfs to Cloak of Shadows and Scabs should not make a difference here.
Yeah, I don't think that matters.
Yeah, you don't really need too early of cloaks against hand lock, and we do see weapon in hand.
Yeah, the concerning thing is there's no poisons yet, but they'll probably show up. They're not hard to find. We've got draw.
Once we equip weapon, we can prep the cutting class to get a couple buffs potentially.
How do you feel about the choice not to make this Rogue Maestra? Like, I feel like it would still be better to do the Maestra version of Weapon Rogue rather than the normal one. I'm
not sure. Let's think about going back to the bans. What would the decision be? Basically just saying that we only want to counter... Well played. Well, actually, if you consider specifically Quest Shaman and Hand Warlock, right? What are Gnolls doing?
Clearing taunts, clearing 2-3 taunts from the...
Well, maybe a single one, but I don't even think that's worth it in the matchup. I think ultimately Weapon Rogue can stall enough to OTK. I actually saw this earlier today when spectating Thalfix. The Weapon Rogue can just put on the immunity poison and then just tap away your minions and then just set up OTK. Or eventually you don't have taunts and you get hit with 8 damage on the weapon.
Yeah,
You really
I
just
still
aren't
think they're
quick
good
enough.
minions. Is the thing.
Sure, but the payoff is less so. And whenever you're not facing any board-centric decks, that annul can really just crush them. I think it's reasonable to cut the Nystra.
I wanted to play the 2-1 and heal on it there, so we could play Giant without
Well,
using
we
the
can
coin.
still, well, yeah, we can still coin Giant, but I don't think we're too happy
And
about
also,
that.
I think we just wasted 2 mana where we know where it's going to go, right? There's no minions that are going to be getting touched.
Yeah, this is unfortunate that we're not finding the.
Oh my god, we actually
Oh,
played
God.
the. What is this?
Second Shank is in hand.
I still, yeah, but it's 3 mana we have to spend
I
now on a
know.
shank.
This
I didn't
this
like that
guild
play.
trader is magnetic.
How much card?
Hey, Chalk, how do you feel? I don't think there's a Shroud of Concealment in this deck.
There is.
I don't think so.
This is sort of an inside joke because
Oh,
I accidentally...
Shroud of Concealment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I accidentally
wrong
left...
card that I was looking at.
Yes. See, that's the thing. I left that in one of, I think it was like week 2 of Pro, my list,
Mhm.
because I thought it was, the stealth one, whatever, cloak,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whenever I read it, I actually
Oh, no.
that was a holdover from when the list ran Smite and then the
Mhm.
2/3 pirates.
Yeah.
And I immediately grabbed that list, said I don't like pirates, and put in Guild Trader, but didn't take those out. But ultimately, what ended up happening was I used Shroud of Concealment to draw the lone minion Guild Trader, and then just set it up as a stealth minion against Paladin, and then did an OTK around turn 8 or so, I believe.
Yeah.
I
I really
just
want to
had
play this
the Guild
taunt.
Trader.
I think Ted's trying to set up Giants here.
I think you force him to cloak anyway because you threaten the Wind Fury on them. So just play the taunt so you avoid 3 damage to your face, right?
Taunt seems reasonable.
I think Ted's trying to set up Giants here. He's calcing out what he has to do to get Giants.
Well, we could have played it last turn. Over this null.
Yeah, he gets double
push an
Giants
extra
here
3.
with the coin.
But I mean, forcing cloak is not a big deal. These Giants aren't gonna hit.
Yeah.
Versus like the 6 health taunt is very annoying.
For sure.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is that you're one turn away from a potential scabs at this point. So he's trying to kill him now, but this cloak is just gonna stop it, and then this is probably gonna turn around in the favor of KSW.
I think if you're Big Ted, you can look at this and say, hey, it doesn't seem like those cards on the left side of KSW's hand are poisons. So what are they? They're either burn or they're stuff like cloaks and scabs, right?
Yeah.
And in that scenario, Baron Scavenger is as good as it can be. So
I think that
agree with you.
I think KSW just doesn't have the health to stay or Ted doesn't have the health to continue in this game. Is what we're seeing. I don't know. I think the backfire is pretty silly there. Now we're gonna mill these Giants when he plays scabs anyway. I guess we get the taunt, right?
No,
Taunt's good.
No.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Play a 2-1. Yeah, just drop the 2-1.
Yeah, play the 2-1. We're still getting the 5-4. I guess we get 1 Giant now. That's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Wasn't it better to get the 5 armor from Tamsin though?
That's what I was. I mean, I did consider that.
Oh, wait.
I think it's just
lethal.
Is it just lethal?
Oh, it is just lethal.
It's yeah.
It is.
Wow.
So busy looking at.
No, he has
That's
to.
another reason.
Oh yeah. You're right. Because it's
Mr.
two. It's
Strikes.
2 spell damage. 2 spell damage. Yeah.
If he didn't play the backfire there, he had 8 health left.
I think
Right?
so. Yeah.
Another 8 health.
Any viewers in the audience, please put in the chat if you paid attention how many times that Guild Trader entered hand. I think it was like 6 or 7 times.
It was a few.
It was magnetic.
Yep.
So here we are going into.
I think that Ted is well prepared for Weapon Rogue here. We saw it like kind of struggling against Warlock, and there's a Shaman and Druid left. So I think you can just whip out the Druid here.
No, it's just Druid.
There's just Druid left.
Oh yeah,
Big
the
Ted
Shaman
has
lost.
to-
That's right, game 1.
Yes. And so if this is a taunt druid, then not being Maestra with Knowles is
It's a big deal.
devastating.
It doesn't have to be taunt. Even like the beast druid should be fine.
Oh, true. Yes, Beast, Ramp, even whenever you don't have any early pressure, seems kind of difficult. Wow, we don't keep double composting opener.
No, I think we just want a minion against Weapon Rogue. That's where I'm at. Just play anything and hit them with it. So I think that makes a lot of sense. This is a full toss from Rogue if we don't have a weapon, right?
I mean, you can make an argument for you always really want to find the draw poison, right?
Yeah, that's a nice one, but I think you just lose without the weapon against Druid. So we shouldn't mess around. Like you can't OTK even if it's a slow Druid, you can't OTK them because they have armor.
Oh,
We see a Beast Druid with an awkward opening hand.
yes, I do really enjoy when Beast Druid just absolutely misses, because it seems to be the case that I always do that during practices.
I think we're gonna play Ibis on turn 2 and hope we get a 3/3 out of it.
I don't. I just expect we're either gonna play what we top deck if it's good, or we're gonna play Hero
If it's Divine
Power.
Shield, it's actually really good too.
You're
so.
right, yeah.
No, I
think it's the move.
Oh, he is.
No,
Is he? He's hovering it.
I want to play a 3-mana Argent. What's that Paladin card called? The Protector?
Oh, taunt. That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
I wanted to get a 3-mana 1/1 with Divine Shield taunt. And laugh that Paladin just can run that. I lose his gone.
Yeah.
Alright, playable minion here. Let's see it.
Not a playable minion.
That's a bummer.
This is so bad.
Is tempo composting interesting? I think it's not insane.
Tempo what?
Just play the composting there because you want to discount the Umbral Owls.
Can you even do that? I'm not sure if you can do that.
I'm not sure if you can.
I'm not sure if you can either, but like, would you do it? That's the question, right?
No.
No.
No, I would not.
Probably not.
The hand is so unfortunate. You really just want to see like a pat. Are there mules? No, this is just normal Beast Druid. I have seen the hybrid Taunt and Beast Druid.
Taunt Beast? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen that. Both players not in a terrific spot though, so.
Yeah, Weapon Rogue without the weapon is one of the worst decks in the game.
Yeah, Beast Druid at least has something to play on turn 5 here.
Yeah, maybe if we see the summon turtles spell, that would be the argument for don't just throw out composting, because that plus composting for turn 4 would be pretty good. Man, why do I
just don't know that we're ever drawing with the composting anyway. Like he's not going to kill our minions, right? So
if they have taunt, he
has to. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, are we gonna go for prep deadly here? I don't know if I like this, but I think I'd rather just.
I don't think you want the deadly poison or the prep. I would at least throw the Garrote.
Oh, okay. All right, he's gonna Garrote.
We're doing it.
I would play something here because we don't want the prep in our deck, and we don't really. We just want to find the weapon, right?
Yeah.
We don't need it like both deadly poisons.
So funnily enough, I think. So I think the only reason why KSW was willing to just prep the Garrote there was because we saw an Ive. Actually, that's not true. I just realized Ramp Druid also plays Ivus, so it's not like KSW knew that Ted was was beast.
Oh, he hit a
got a playable card,
hit
which
an
is
Oracle.
pretty great.
He had a really good. He had a good playable card.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see weapon prep Silverleaf, right? And kill the 1/1.
Probably.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I mean, I could be talked into just hitting face. I don't really care about a 1/1 too much.
There's no way we play this passage with Garrotes in our deck, right? That seems really wrong.
Yeah. Well, there's only 2 Garrotes.
Still, you really don't want to draw one, and like most of our cards are not powerful here.
There's a lot of poisons, I think, but I think ultimately, oh gosh, whoa!
We're not even playing the weapon. What are we drawing in our deck that's better than a weapon here?
There are 2 weapons that we don't want to play, and a Garrote. Oh gosh, that I am not sure. Heat Shock. I mean,
we got cards now. If he wants cards, but
I mean, I guess actually, if it's like you said, and the most important thing is killing a 1/1, then I guess equipping the weapon, it doesn't matter as much as Secret Passage. But me personally, I really wanted to just equip weapon, put on the Silver Leaf with the prep, and then just
Yeah.
We got 2 extra cards, but we paid 3 mana to do it because we don't have this weapon up.
Mhm.
That's the thing, right? I don't see a reason to Arbor up here. It's not really that much pressure anyway.
Yeah.
Let's like summon minions, you know.
Thorn Growth.
Thorn Growth is pretty good. Yeah.
That is the
Okay, or not.
Oh,
we can make
that,
we can make
that's
taunts with this.
also-
That's fine.
Yeah, Druids.
Yeah, but we're not discounting Owl. This is the thing that.
No, but it's a lot of taunts.
It is
It's a lot of taunts.
actually. Do we just have to go for? Do we just have to go for OTK now? We can't really OTK because we already used a Garrote. Just say.
Arbor up's a lot of damage here.
Arbor up,
true.
Arbor
Is
up,
that into the-
Arbor up just kills. I'm pretty sure Arbor up just kills here. Like I
It's
haven't
14.
I haven't mathed it.
Yeah, I think it's
23.
actually.
Oh, it's close. It's
one
not lethal.
off.
It's not
It's
lethal,
one
yeah.
off.
23.
But composting's really good here. Next turn.
Well, I mean, I think we will Arbor up.
Yeah, it's way too. You can't miss that damage.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like if there was a world where you want to greed composting, but you probably just like Arbor here. Yeah.
I assume it's going to be like some Swine Tusk.
Yeah.
We don't have the prep anymore for this Silver Leaf, which really hurts.
Yeah, that's
That was
kinda
another.
why-
We didn't use our prep to the maximum mana last turn.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to just go with weapon and prepping the Silver Leaf to go face.
I can see that.
Problem is, we definitely need to cloak on 5. We need to cloak on 6 and 7 to even make it to Scabs.
Yeah.
To win the game, so we need to like somehow live 2 turns without dying, and I'm not sure how that happens. This actually kills him because I think it's lethal now with Arbor up. Oh, he didn't swing. He didn't swing. If he swung, it was lethal.
Yeah, this is just insanely difficult for the rogue to win. Has to get exactly 2, or has to draw second cloak here in the next 2 turns to get to Scabs.
Also, cannot draw with the Silver Leaf unless we have the other poison.
Yeah, unless was a paralytic poison, but I would. But if we're getting paralytic here, that means we're not cloaking, which means we're dead.
Bleed.
I mean, there could be a prep, right? I think there's another prep.
No.
No, there's no press. Both
There's
preps are
not.
used.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay. So both cloaks were drawn here.
It doesn't matter because the Scabs. Well, he'll have 7 mana next turn. It might work, right?
Consider, if you will, that if we see composting, Scabs will draw a lot and mill a lot of cards.
Really?
Right? Because the hand.
Well, we're
will
not
get
playing
too full.
compost. Yeah, we're not playing composting.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
The hand will
Teddle.
get
I
too
think
full
Teddle just.
and
I think
then-
Teddle just have to wait out, and I don't think the rogue silk gets there at all against this. But
Well, he has Scabs.
it'll be
next
close.
turn,
Yeah,
actually.
Scabs can turn it, but I don't.
And then it's a matter of OTK, but we use the Garrote.
Wait,
we
we're not
play-
cloaking.
We can't play.
We can't cloak.
Nerfed.
Did you
Nerf.
forget it was nerfed? Did you forget it was nerfed?
Nerfed.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah,
Nerfed.
definitely
Oh
forgot.
my
it.
gosh.
Oh
Nerf.
no.
Nerfs.
Oh
strike
no.
Again.
Can't. There's no preps left. There's no discovers left. Ted just wins.
Go out in style. Go out in style. Hero power, kill a turtle. Or smack
Huh?
a...
No, it's paralytic
Druid
poison
Reef.
played.
Nope, go out in style. Hero power.
Hero power. You gotta
Oh,
replace your
oh,
weapon.
hero
And then you can
power.
kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, hero power.
Yeah.
Hit the Druid
Oh,
Reef.
no.
Go out in style.
That's
Go out on your
brutal.
terms, KSW. Please.
Yeah.
Well, that's...
I don't think there was anything that could have been done with that last turn anyway, because I don't think that Scabs would have been. There would have been too many taunts. Ultimately,
Well, the thing was, KSW was so far through the deck, right? Like, so you get one swing with weapon. Ted would have been, what, the 21 or something? Yeah,
No,
21.
oh, he would have
With his
gotten one
counter
swing.
attack.
You're right. Maybe that was enough then.
Yeah, so then, 21.
Guild
you're very
trader,
through the
guild
deck.
trader with all those spells faced. I think that could have.
Yeah,
With the
yeah.
sinister strikes added in,
Yeah.
and some discounts, it might have been enough.
Yes, so I think there was a chance there. Now,
Druid
Beast
Mirror.
Druid Mirror.
Beast Druid Mirror. I've never seen this mirror because I don't really play Beast Druid, and I'm not sure how this is gonna go.
I
Any
think it's
insight?
really toxic. I think whoever plays
it's pretty
the
much
first minions
Oracle.
wins.
It's pretty much Oracle.
Nice.
Like stuff like Oracle
Well-
just wins you the game so fast.
Well, KSW has an Oracle.
But there are
I think Frostwolf Kennels is
First
also
Wolf Kennels is also like very
super good.
super good. Yeah, summoning a lot of just getting beasts out as fast as possible with the turtles here with Living Seed. Heads off to a better start.
Do you pick Innervate or Guess the Wait for the cards?
I think it's I think you go for the draw. Innervate's also pretty good, but
I mean, you can't really take the Overgrowth. I don't think because you're not.
Yeah,
even,
you
You're
can't.
playing Frostwolf next turn.
yeah.
Oh wow, Peasant is a
Ooh,
huge
that's
deal.
good top deck.
It's protected by the taunts.
Yeah, this is another way that the ones you can win is just to get more draws off of a peasant.
The Heart of the Wild next turn is actually really good as well because it buffs the Thorn Guards so that they're not contested by the 2/2s that come out of Frostwolf Kennels.
Agreed. That's a really good.
Plus, it discounts your Owl, so that's not bad.
So what we're seeing is that while KSW had the good cards, Big Ted might just be a little too quick.
Yeah. I think early board control is a huge deal in Druid Mirrors just
I
because you
think
get
you're
to
right.
dictate everything.
I think Heat Shock's right. I don't think Oracle is like the end all be all. I think this is definitely like.
I don't think
board
Frostwolf
wins.
itself in Oracle is going to be enough. But if we
Yeah.
get like more Druids of the Reefs and stuff, that card can be very powerful with Oracle. If we get the Umbral Owls, then the Frostwolf Matriarch maybe becomes playable with Oracle in time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
like
think there's
if
some
you make
something
it
there.
if you make it to turn 6 and 7,
Potentially,
then
yeah.
Oracle is good.
Right.
But we might not get there.
Yeah, Ted's gonna have Owl next turn into a Arbor up. There are some good things coming in here for
Yes.
KSW. He's gonna clear off both of these taunts with
Peasant
druids.
continues to draw.
It's really helpful, but now we don't have the Oracle, right?
Yeah,
That's the
Oracle
problem.
gets removed here by an owl.
And going face. Okay, that
Yeah, I like
Why
it.
not?
was
Honestly.
let's-
Oh, that's actually the perfect card here.
a
Okay.
Park Panther. A
Yeah.
card that a lot of people are cutting, but works out amazing.
Ted doesn't have Ted notably does not have Park Panthers in his deck. He's running Gidra and Kazakus very likely.
So
Ghidra Sentries or Ghidra Living Seed? Goes for the Sentries, sure.
yeah, I think the sentries are good enough, especially
It's better to Arbor up, but I think this is going to get cleared.
Oh, double matriarch here is pretty good.
how is it being cleared? I mean, other than like the one unit.
Well, at least one of them is, right?
Yeah, but
It's not the best Arbor up of all time, is what I'm trying to say. It's not
think
not
good
bad.
enough. I think it's good enough because we can clear the board. Well, actually, we can't clear the board with the matriarchs, but we potentially could have cleared the board. Ghidra will get a lot done with an Arbor up.
It will. It really will.
So we're going pound for pound. here.
KSW's out of cards because we forced out that early Oracle, so it didn't really get the game-winning value, and now he's got an Innervate that he never played.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing to do here would just dump the hand.
Just
Hero
yeah, I was gonna
power.
say it's just a hand dump with and you go Power of the Wild buff with the 0 mana.
It doesn't want the
So-
Matriarch right now.
Yeah, I think he might be holding out for a potential
Comp.
reload.
Yeah,
I don't blame
but I
him
mean,
for doing it.
I don't think you can just do that. I mean, you're giving up a 5/6 for maybe a draw. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with that.
No, I'm
Normal
not comfortable
Infestation is
either.
an amazing top deck.
Yeah, it's pretty much the perfect card here to play. Man, these are such good trades.
Yes.
I mean, Hero Power helps the situation, but
What is
that's
that?
that's interesting.
What is
That's not a card we usually see.
Pathmaker.
Eh, It's like not bad, right?
It plays a choose one card.
Yeah, I got very
No,
confused for a
sorry, it's
second.
Pathmaker. It's the battle cry summon a panther.
Well,
It's
because
not
that
bad.
was the
No.
alternate.
For sure, but
Yeah, I got
It's
very
just-
confused, thinking that Pathmaker
I
was actually
wonder.
just a card.
Wonder
that's printed
if
as
Living
some of
Seed
the-
is just like super strong here because it's probably just drawing a matriarch at this point because both owls. You're looking at matriarch only.
I think Al is just as good in the situation, but
Oh yeah, I mean, but I think playing.
Uh,
I just thinking drawing, or for
So
Big
we-
Ted drawing, just playing the Living Seed to draw a matriarch here is very strong.
Well,
But
I think whoever-
Living Seed with the Ibus. That seems
something
very
like
good.
that.
I don't really want to play this Ibis unless it's the only thing we do, because I think we want the value of just the fattest Ibis.
Well, I mean, I think KSW is pretty out of options.
Yeah, he's gonna play.
especially
Yeah,
with the
KSW has to
hand
play the matriarch here. It can just. All right, we're gonna go in for the Owl plus Ibis. Okay.
All right, highest
Not
tempo
good.
line.
Respect it. Yeah.
Is
Clears-
it
clears.
the highest tempo line? You get so if you just go for the Living Seed, you get one less
I
buff
mean,
on
yeah, you
Ibus,
just
but
trade
you
and
get
go
a
trade double face, and this is pretty much over.
I think this is a good call because KSW doesn't have life, so you just.
Yeah.
I think this is the highest tempo line. I don't think the Living Seed is. Well, it might be better to do the Living Seed because the owl's free, right?
yes. Well,
And then whatever you draw is
there's
probably
already
also
an
free.
owl. There's only an
Yeah.
owl, but the matriarch would have been free. So you're
Yeah.
talking about a matriarch versus one buff of Ibus, and I think on average, an Ibus buff is +2.
The question is, it was obviously a 5/5 there, which was pretty critical. Though maybe he did the math and figured out that it needed to, like he couldn't spend another mana
That's
to make it kill the taunt.
Yeah, that's also true.
I hadn't counted that up yet.
I think the game was over by that point. So
Yeah, but a 5/5 Ibis is a lot better than a 4/4 Ibis
Fair
than
enough.
to do a 4/5 taunt. So
fair enough.
Yeah. So
Congrats
we're
to
gonna Big Ted.
Big Ted.
Yeah.
yeah, well played. I think the Warlock was kind of the big swing there, right? Because even though the Weapon Rogue kind of seemed like it was doing powerful things, it was the Warlock that ended up winning the series because it dealt with the Shaman and it forced the Rogue to do a suboptimal kind of archetype, probably.
Yeah. So I have added Ted to the call. Obviously, he'll join whenever ready. So, congratulations to him. A good win for Korak City to start their week, and there he is. Hello,
Hey.
Mr. Big Ted.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Well played. Congrats on the victory. That was an interesting series.
Yeah.
At one point, KSW, I think, actually had a way to win the Weapon Rogue Druid game, but he forgot about the nerfs to Cloak.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I definitely breathed a sigh of relief when he went down to
And he-
3 mana there.
Yeah, especially with the preps gone.
Yeah.
Then you know you're just safe, right? You've
Yeah.
got this one.
I mean, unless he had something like, no, he traded a weapon into a 1 mana discount.
Hmm
That's the only thing I was afraid of. But
Yeah. Walk me through the lineup in your ban process here.
yeah, so obviously, we're post nerf. I don't really, know what's good. I know I've been running Shaman and Hunter on ladder a lot, and they've been feeling good to me. And then just Druid is nice and versatile, and Warlock is just always a safe bring. And then Ban just kind of looked at the spread, saw Warlock could possibly be some trouble for me, especially if he did ban Hunter like he did. So decided to just play it safe and ban that.
Yeah, we were talking it could potentially be a double Warlock ban because neither of you really had like a really clean answer, more than one clean answer to it, because Shaman and Druid tend to both struggle so much into that class. But yeah, I guess leaving up the Rogue it worked out okay, even though it seemed kind of close there.
Absolutely.
That Druid game, it seemed pretty upsetting with your opening hand.
I was not happy.
The 50-50 on the Ibis turn 2, we were really trying to figure out if that was good.
Yeah.
To do that then or to wait a turn, because if you hit the Divine Shield or the buff, it's really strong, and if you hit the taunt or the rush, it's really sad, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you feel like you had to go for it, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, my brain was just, I was kind of thinking I was screwed if I didn't draw something playable for turn 3. Luckily, unfortunately, his hand seemed pretty bad too, so I was able to still sneak one out. But I figured if I don't draw a playable card next turn, I'm just screwed anyways. So
Yeah, yeah. That was a really tight and interesting game that I think I wasn't necessarily expecting Druid and Rogue to be. And then my final question is: we didn't really get to see your Mulligan game 1. Did you keep Novice Zapper Lightning Bolt? Is that
yeah,
correct? Okay. Do you want to walk us through that? I think we were having some questions about maybe like a low value hand because that seems like a very tempo-y opener. Did you
yeah.
expect that to be a Quest Shaman, or what were your thoughts on that?
No, I did. I thought it was gonna be a Bolner.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just a
That would
bad
make
breed.
sense.
It's all good.
Gotcha. So actually, related to that shaman, we didn't get to see him come out. The game ended a little bit too quickly, but we saw a golden Brucon hero.
Gorgeous
Yeah.
card.
So yeah, absolutely gorgeous card. Congrats on getting a golden Brucon. uh, walk me through that. I've been playing a lot of Quest Shaman myself, but I've never really thought about including Brucon. So, what are your thoughts on that?
It's
How does it
just
work out for you?
oh, it's been very good. It's just a lot of times, like against something like a Phase Hunter, you can survive for a turn or two, and then you maybe bloom that out on 6, clear their board, heal yourself, and then that can kind of just flip the entire game on its head.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'd only ever really played it with Bolner builds where you only technically have one Lightning Bloom, but I guess if you have the potential to Lightning Bloom it out on 4, then
Yeah,
sure, the
absolutely.
hero does seem a lot better. I'll have to give that a shot. That is definitely interesting. I'll have to give it a shot and see how I feel about it.
Yeah, I feel like that card is, if you like, especially if you like undo the overload with the quest reward, that could be pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I don't know how often you finish it with the first quest, but the dream
probably-
scenario, right?
You could probably get some concedes out of people if they see a turn 3 or turn 4.
Turn 3 Death Knight. Yeah.
Turn 3 Death Knight. Could increase win rate just based off that. I know it would frustrate me to no ends. So, good stuff. So, were there any considerations? I guess to also talk deck composition. Were there any considerations between the including the neophytes in the hand warlock? We know obviously they would have just absolutely helped stomp Quest Shaman, but I was curious about your decision on what text to be putting in the warlock.
Yeah.
deck.
Well, I mean, so I figured he's probably Quest Shaman,
Mhm.
or well, if he's Quest Shaman, it helps. If he's Bolner, yeah, that can properly timing that can delay his combo for a turn or two.
Mhm.
And then something like against if he's Druid, that can delay his abrupt turn for a turn or two.
Wait, so are you saying you also had the neophytes? I was under the assumption that you didn't have the neophytes because you included the deal 5 randomly.
Oh wait, you're right. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, usually that's how that pans out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. No, I'm not thinking. Yeah. That was mainly against the Druid.
Okay.
Just being able to answer that easier. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense there. I guess if in the nightmare scenario that you don't have soul rens, it helps to have that backup option. Definitely. I think that's it for my questions. Just once again, I'd like to say, congrats. I think this is a hard-fought set between yourself and KSW, and you were able to get the win. So congrats there.
Yeah, it was a good
Thank
set.
you.
I feel like RNG wasn't too decisive in this one, which
No.
it made for a
That
good,
was super
good
nice.
stream,
Yeah.
so.
All right. Well, thank you guys for casting again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Always
of course.
appreciate people willing to put themselves out there and show everyone what they have. So
he messaged me a few days ago and he's like, "Hey, you want to play on stream?" I'm like, "Sure." I haven't done that for a while. Always
And
a
you
fun
kinda
time.
Yeah, I always like casting your matches or getting to
Yeah.
up them. Yeah.
Thanks. Well, Well, I know I'm probably going to be facing Donde in a few weeks, and I told him I'm forcing him to play on stream. So
Okay.
hopefully I'll be back.
Sure.
Hopefully the viewers will get to see the golden
Yeah.
Brucon in action.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
mad I didn't get to see that.
All right. Thanks again, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yep.
All
Catch you later.
See ya.
All right.
All right. Well, great stream, guys.
That is our match for the night.
That is indeed our match for the night. So we're gonna close out here. I want to thank Big Ted and KSW for coming on stream and playing. Always great to get a wide variety of players on stream. And thank you Heatshock and Ufric for casting. And thank you everybody in chat for watching. And I will say thank you Donde for 41 months. Subscribed at tier 1. That happened much earlier in the stream, but I did want to thank him for that. And we will be back tomorrow night with Friday Night Fights. There's going to be a pretty good slate of matches that will be played there. So tune in for Saku Corden, and maybe they'll have an extra caster. I'm not 100% sure about it, but look for the announcements in the Discord. And yeah, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Have a fantastic rest of your evening.
Have a nice night, everyone.